Hi, my name is Michael James, and my journey with Pilates started well over 17 years ago. I say well over 17 years because before I was a certified classically trained Pilates instructor, I was a student of Pilates. Now, my first experience with Pilates was when I was in physical therapy. I was a former high school basketball player, had a few scholarships to play in college, but I went the academic route. And while I was in college, I had re-aggravated my injury, putting me in physical therapy. And at the end of my services with physical therapy, I asked the physical therapist how could I continue with this, and he had suggested that I do Pilates. Now at the time I had no idea what Pilates was. I thought it was an exercise that was for girls, and I think I've heard maybe someone talk about it on Oprah or something like that, but I had no idea what it was. So I went in blind and went to a gym that I was going to and signed up for a mat class. And when I was in the mat class, I had a revelation that this was great because although I was a former athlete, most athletes at the younger stages are coaches, and this is not a snub to anyone who's a coach now or anything like that, but most child athletes, their coaches don't have a comprehensive education and movement or exercise. It's just easy to tell a young child who's not high to injury because they have a lot of give in your body and is young and youthful to just go, do these push-ups, do these pull-ups, and do all these exercises with no form or technique. But when I took this Pilates mat class, it actually had made me feel as if I was connecting with my body on a more intimate level. And that was the draw to me to Pilates. It wasn't about the core strength, the flexibility, the breath work, and all the other benefits. It was just the fact that I was actually just connecting with my body on a more intimate level, more than I ever had before. And it was a total body workout. So after I went to Barnes & Nobles, bought all the DVDs, I still have tons of Pilates DVDs, and I still have all the books that I purchased while I was learning about the method of Pilates. I stumbled across the Return to Life Contrology. And in that, I realized that there were apparatus work. And I had no idea what apparatus was or anything like that. And this was just an introduction, although Contrology is about the mat work. I had no idea what apparatuses were, so that had heightened my interest, and so I sought out someone who taught people in Pilates apparatuses. So I found an instructor in Orlando, and I started working with a Pilates instructor. And being a college student, you don't have much funds. The apparatus work isn't the most economical way to exercise, but it was just out of my wheelhouse. So after multiple sessions, I told her that I was tight on money, and what did she suggest that I could do in order to keep up with it if I still want to do apparatus work. And that's when she had given me the insight on maybe you should consider being a certified apparatus instructor. And then so I looked into that, saved up some money, and started my journey. Along my journey, I had met many mentors who had inspired me along the way. And just like Jane McAllister is one of them, and she's the one who, Jane Withers that is, she had inspired me in order to someone who was completely passionate about movement, the human body. She was someone who we could nerd out together and I could study it. And then so she became my greatest influence in Pilates. She's the one who introduced me to Power Pilates. Also introduced me into a great number of people who inspired me to enhance the quality of my instruction. But with that was how I found Pilates. But me as a fitness instructor and my experience with Pilates is that, in my own personal opinion, there's a lot of gatekeeping with Pilates, right? It's always about who did you learn from, where are the elders, and then it's not and it's important to be inspired and truthful to people who are the foundational instructors, and who was closest to Ramana, who was closest to Joseph Pilates and Clara, and those things are important. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that the only thing that separates a great instructor from just a novice, or it's being able to read your client's needs, listen to your client's need, and be able to safely navigate away from the traditional classical exercises to present challenges to your clients in order to keep them within the sound foundations of the classical Pilates method. And that was something that resonated with me because I've always been someone, when it came to fitness, is that I always wanted to know how to do it properly. As I was saying earlier about young kids and coaches that I never learned how to properly exercise, which is why I went to school for exercise physiology. But one of the things that's most important is that what I love about Pilates is the attention to listening to your body and not being so spot specific about training. Like, let's just focus on your abs. Now, although there are great selling points on that, it will flatten your core, increase your flexibility, improve your breath work, and all the overall qualities. What I find that is the most significant about Pilates to me, and what I enjoy teaching people, is connecting them with their powerhouse and understanding the foundational principles of it. And so, when it comes to exercise, I'm not just exclusively just a Pilates person and that's life. I do find that it's a foundational tool. I also do not entertain the difference between Pilates and yoga, right? Because they both offer different things, right? To me, if I could summarize what I believe the difference between Pilates and yoga is yoga offers a more spiritual connection in exercise than Pilates does, but they both offer the same body and mind connection. They both offer strength. They both offer flexibility. But when it comes to instruction, and my thing in the fitness world is I actually believe that instead of just trying to find out which one's the best in the other, most people struggle with just exercise in general. So if you find the one that resonates with you, that's the one that I believe that you should prioritize the most. And also, if it keeps you healthy and you need time in the field in order to get results. And what that means is choose something that doesn't push you to go too fast to where you get injured and you're on the sidelines, because then you won't get results. I also believe that working and pushing through things, like this is real popular movement now about being strong and weak and pushing your body to your limits to prepare for this oncoming apocalyptic war that we're going into, and we got to be 300 Spartans and things like that. Now, although I do believe in challenging yourself and pushing yourself to grow and things like that, but you also have to be mindful of not just to be crazy. You know, so one of those things is that I believe in as an instructor, which is part of the reason why I'm giving you this video, is that at any time when you feel the need to rest, not just rest because you're tired, you still need to find that balance of, are you pushing yourself too far, or are you trying to heal a wound of trauma that's inside your body? And so be mindful and listen to your body, because you can like one of the things, I'm older now, and I realized when I started picking up my running routine is that the younger me was still in the back of my head. And then when I started feeling good, I may have picked up the pace too much and I found some injuries, and then I just stopped running altogether. And it wasn't because running was bad, it was just that I went too far too fast. And we have these competitions that we put with ourselves that ends up holding us back, because we're not contract athletes, right? And then maybe there's an apocalyptic war that's coming and you want to be in your best shape, you want to run from zombies or something like that, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. But I just want to give you a surface level of what I am as an instructor. So when you do these videos, right, the most important thing is to work on the quality of the connection with your powerhouse. Focus on not the amount of repetitions you're doing, but performing the exercise as well. And so, with no further ado, guys, I hope that this was a great formal introduction, and I'm excited for you guys to work with me. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave some in the comment section below, and I look forward to working with you all. Have a great